calm down, calm down. Hey, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today is quite a special day, long awaited. It's one of those rare chances where I get to react to new music from the amazing, stellar, stunning, top-tier, emotional, sublime, etc. Depeche Mode. And in case you didn't know, they're my number one favorite band of all time since around 1987. Yes, we're headed all the way back to today, 12/5/25, to listen to 4 new songs by Depeche Mode. And the songs are Survive, Life 2.0, Give Yourself to Me, and In the End. These are previously unreleased songs from their last studio album titled Memento Mori. Of course, I did a reaction to that when it came out a couple years ago, but so excited to finally get these bonus tracks. I hear they're great. I read one review, but I'm going in completely blind, no spoilers. I didn't even want to read the lyrics, so let's just dive in. And these 4 are tacked on to the live album that was just released today as well. So, of course, I'll go in album order. We'll start with Survive.
I can feel the temperature rising, burning tonight. I could wait 1,000 years here, just say something right. We could change the whole situation, we could make it right. We'll survive. We'll survive. Silent anger, I feel your pain. Behind all your sad intentions, we're just the same. We could have a conversation, try to make it right. We'll survive. Signed a loaded contract,
Nice Valley
against the wall. I wonder when all this started. Do you wonder at all? We could change the whole situation, we could make it right. We'll survive. Survive. We'll still survive. We'll survive. We'll survive. Still survive.
So moody, what else? Ah, a beautiful pocket to end in. The whole song, very moody, such a vibe, atmospheric. It's weird. I was trying to think of which era, which song it reminded me of, all those sounds. It was kind of a mixture of so many. I heard a little Black Celebration, maybe touches of Music for the Masses in there. I heard maybe some Ultra, some Playing the Angel, some Sounds of the Universe. Wow. And the groove, so amazing, had me moving. Dave sounding, to perfection, as always, as we all know that he sounded like on that last album, Memento Mori. But wow, a great start. Of course, all the guitar work by Martin, stunning. Kind of that stuttering guitar going on, lots of effects, lots of reverb, creating such a rich atmosphere in and of itself with that beautiful guitar. Just drove the song, made the song. So catchy. I love the vocal melodies, of course. I don't know if I mentioned beforehand, I hope we get a lead vocal by Martin in one of these songs, but I heard him way up there in the back. He wasn't in this song too much, but just enough. A little Martin is as good as a lot of Martin. This really fat bass was present. I love that. And again, that groove, just a beautiful pocket to be in. Moody, dark enough, atmospheric. Had me moving though, melodic, everything I love about them. Wow, beautiful song. Of course, I'll never rate Depeche Mode music, especially new music, because I wouldn't want to get it wrong. It's almost unrateable. They're just at the highest level for me, especially all this newer work, this last era. I'm praying we get future albums, at least one more, who knows, but a great start. Let's go on to Life 2.0. I'm only going to have this experience one time. First time listen. Again, I hope there's future songs by this beautiful band. More fat bass.
Much better.
Ooh.
The past will not matter. Refined human prowess. United in progress.
Wow.
We're heading for golden years, open doors, new frontiers. So fitting. Unplanned and unwitting. Return to the garden. Our sins have been pardoned. Sanitized, sterilized, unified.
Love that part.
Open eyes. begun. A brand new song for everyone.
Love that sound right there at the end. We got it throughout the song. Another great one. I was a bit sad when I looked at the track list. These are shorter songs. I'm like, I want a 5, an 8, a 10-minute Depeche Mode song. But I get it. They cram in so much. But this one, I definitely wanted to go on longer. Don't know the lyrics, what they're about, other than Life 2.0. But based on the mood of the song, the instrumentation, I'm thinking this is a, positive, uplifting, or at least hopeful song. Just based on the title, could it be about, the afterlife, being reborn, just maybe a second chance at things? I don't know, but I'll have to explore those lyrics later. Anyway, back to the beginning. I was getting these references, strong references of early Depeche Mode this time, based on the sounds. I was hearing bits from A Broken Frame, Construction Time again. They do their callbacks beautifully, especially in this whole album, Memento Mori. Even Dave's vocals sound like old Dave from way back in the early 80s. It's so amazing that he can do that, because in a lot of their later albums, Delta Machine, etc., his voice had changed. Even the way it was processed was changed, a bit harsher. Obviously, his voice evolved, but the fact that he can all of a sudden in this album, in these songs, go way, way back to his old vocal style and give his vocals the old vocal processing, that absolutely blows me away. Again, a happier vibe in this one. I always enjoy that, even though I love their dark elements. The backing vocals. Later on, I found out it was the chorus, Life 2.0, they were singing. But the effects on it, really interesting. It feels like I've never heard that effect before. Didn't quite sound like a vocoder. I don't know what it was. I don't even know who it was. Maybe Martin, but really interesting. Made it very striking because it sounded like something new and fresh to my Depeche Mode ears. Love the tempo here. Such a smooth song. Dreamy sailing once again. I love being in that pocket. So many rich tones all around. So much rich reverb. Just made that song perfect for me. Again, pure atmosphere. That's what they do best. Towards the end, it was sounding a bit futuristic as well. I love the combination there. You get that retro feel. Retro, early 80s DM, futuristic, and then just the classic DM vibes as well. Put them all together, you get a great song like this. All right, the final two are short as well. Let's hope they jam-pack them with greatness. I'm sure they will. On to Give Yourself to Me.
Before the fates sing, before the bells ring, before the violin day, sweeter than morphine, waiting in my sweet dreams. Give yourself to me. Maybe by my own hand, or maybe not, or an accident with no plan or no plot. Take me with intent or as an afterthought. Take me any way you want. 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 Take me any way you want.
That ending. What an experience. Can't wait to read these lyrics because I think they're diving into their sensual, seductive, sexual side that they've done so many times in the past. It's always perfection because they give it that dark, passionate edge. We got it all here. In the beginning, when Dave started singing, immediately, due to the melodies, I started thinking of one of my favorite songs from Sounds of the Universe, Corrupt. That was a great reference. Not just the melody, but the tone of his voice, the sounds. Really cool. Also reminiscent maybe of a Spirit album a bit. So love that. I love that each song is kind of taking me to different places in their past. Thunderous bass. That was amazing in this track as well. Wow. I love the tempo here. I love that we're now in slower territory. Just this thick, passionate, heartfelt delivery, musically and vocally, of course. The chorus became huge. You saw me do my skyrocketing hands. Just an avalanche of sound there, teeming with passion. Again, so much passion in their songs, their love songs, and their lust songs. Wow. I love that keyboard interlude, probably after the first chorus. Couple of different keyboard tones and melodies. Perfection, of course. Always love that. I'm a keyboard guy, and that's why I first, was drawn to them way back then in 1987. Wow. And then talk about passion, that coda. Definitely the ending was a top song moment. The final words, they were singing together. Take me any way you want. I loved singing along with them to that. That was amazing. It was so full of passion, so dark, so expressive, etc. Just an explosive, beautiful coda. A great way to end the song. And just like that, we're at the final song in the end. Maybe it's 13 minutes instead of 3. I wish. Let's see.
You're no one going nowhere. We're all nothing.
Ooh.
In the end, we're weightless, floating endlessly. We'll be dust again in the end. Are you forever looking back at the past between the cracks, inventing sense where none is at, throwing sparks into the black? Heaven knows what's underneath. I use these words without belief. Does heaven help you when you pray? I don't think so anyway. You're no one going nowhere. We're all nothing in the end. We're weightless, floating endlessly. We'll be dust again in the end. complicated days, chaos, confusion and decay, black and white to endless grey, on the nights you laid awake. As the makeup gets applied, seconds etching out the lines, all this emptiness inside, nothing shiny or divine. Going nowhere, we're all nothing in the end. We're weightless, floating endlessly, we'll be dust again in the end. We're waiting for the day, for hope to come our way, something to
Bridge.
believe in, to nullify this feeling, looking for a sign, a light to guide the blind, save us from our death throes. Where did all the time go? You're no one, going nowhere, we're all nothing in the end. We're weightless, floating endlessly, we'll be dust again in the end.
Give me part two. Give me a outro, several minutes long, like the end of Judas. I guess we would need Alan for that. Well, not really, but you know, it's Depeche Mode. I always want more. That's why I hope that they give us another album. Who knows when, where, how. Please, please, please. Anyway, if not, what a stunning career, stunning discography. This one was beautiful. They were all great. I knew they would be. Wow. Again, another throwback. As soon as he started singing, I started getting, hints of Black Celebration-esque vocals. It took me back to that era. Love it. Just certain parts, in his voice. Speaking of vocals, they were amazing on this one. That chorus, definitely my favorite part of the song. So much was happening there the more I think about it. First of all, the lyrics, I got them all, so bleak, but so true, kind of sobering for sure. Wow, just telling it like it is, depending on how you look at it, of course, but wow. Yet it was so melodic, so catchy, wanted to sing along with it. It was atmospheric as well, it was spacey a little bit, and just enough heartache thrown in there. What a mixture. Such a strong chorus. And then as far as the vocals, this is so interesting because I thought I heard Martin singing along with Dave, singing in unison, but I actually couldn't tell. Let me know what you guys think. I kind of like that I couldn't tell. Whoever was singing sounded beautiful on that chorus, though. Wow. I'd bet that Martin was in there somewhere. Another divine keyboard interlude, shimmering tones going up the scale. Love that, love playing along with it. Then we get a bridge in this one. There might have been bridges in the others, I can't remember, but definitely heard the bridge here. It was kind of lengthy, it was gorgeous. I got some chills during that bridge because I loved it. And then an awesome cool down ending. Wow. Beautiful journey, quick journey, but so satisfying, so beautiful. And I caught those detuned notes at the end. I live for those little things. I loved it. I love the whole journey in this song. I love the journey in all 4 songs. I love this whole album, Memento Mori, and these 4 just make it so much more complete. A beautiful ride. Can't wait to hear all these again. So as always, a huge heartfelt thank you to the amazing Dave Gahan, Martin Gore, anyone else involved in these 4 songs. You've truly changed my life, enriched it for most of my life since I was about 12 to now 50. It's been a beautiful ride. I love reliving it. Different albums, different songs. And again, I hope for more, but if not, wow, you left us truly on a high note. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked these songs. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about these, I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, light, and some Depeche Mode into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.